What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, I'm here to bring you all my episode 6 review of Mayoiga. So let's get right into it. So with this episode of Mayoiga, you know, there's going to be mixed opinions when it comes about this episode because while personally I wanted to really enjoy this episode, and don't get me wrong, this episode had some good moments, but at the same time, it also had some very bad and just weird moments in general within this episode. Pretty much this episode was focusing on 4 main characters of the group. We have Love Pawn, we have Niota, the other dude who also shoots BB guns with Niota as well, and then we also have the guy with the glasses. Sorry that I can't really remember these names, but when it comes to a series like this, I don't know why they thought it would be a grand idea to actually introduce 30 characters in the span of, you know, the first episode. It seems like, you know, they really just wanted to rush this series out as quickly as possible, it seems, because you can't expect your audience to remember 30 plus characters, 30 main characters, I should say. I mean, series like One Piece and whatnot, you know, they have a lot of characters as well, but the thing is that they have characters that are worth remembering throughout their series. When it comes to Mayoiga, they introduce 30 characters within the first episode, and they say, yeah, I expect you to remember all of these characters, their personalities, and I want you to care for them, you know, and it's like, what? You know, you want me to care for all of these characters, but yet we know nothing about them? Oh, don't worry. We actually got some backstory on some of these characters in this episode. We have Love Pawn. You know, she was apparently abused by this monk in her childhood, and it was possibly even hinted at that she ended up killing this monk when she was a middle school girl. And at the time, you know, she really feared this monk because, you know, to her, it seemed like that this monk was a demon to her, and that is why the Oni ended up appearing in her vision that she saw. Then we also have Niota, who seems like she's afraid of bees. We have it to where, you know, she ended up bullied in her past, and she ended up basically getting involved with these bullies, and they tied her up, and they had a beehive on the top of a bridge directly beneath her, and it looks like, you know, they were aiming at the beehive in order for the beehive to fall and then hit her head, causing a bunch of bees to, you know, sting her and whatnot. And this is definitely going to cause some trauma for this individual, which is most likely why she is scared of bees in the first place. And then we have the other dude. Now, the other dude, I didn't really care for all too much than the other characters, because with him, it seems like he ended up wanting to join the military, but then he couldn't end up meeting the requirements for it, and then there was something involved with a silicone boob or whatever, and we come to find out in this episode that this dude is afraid of boobs. Yeah. He's afraid of boobies! And then we have the other dude who ended up getting involved with a business deal that pretty much backfired on him, and his whole business ended up turning against him, and basically this guy is afraid of people laughing at him. Like, he became a laughing stock from this sort of event that ended up happening in the past, and so we get a good idea of why these characters wanted to come to this, you know, lost village to end up making new lives for themselves. However, you know, it's really not benefiting them because the Lost Village is in fact a curse in of itself, and pretty much I guess from what this village is now doing, that it has been confirmed now, is that pretty much the Lost Village is a curse that whoever is, you know, set foot on this village, basically it's going to bring about their most darkest and most inner fears. Basically, long story short, pretty much everyone is seeing different things. Their most inners and darkest fears are becoming their reality, and this is what their interpretation is as to, you know, what they are seeing, and this is causing a debate to actually what they saw was in fact real. And I just got a quick question. Does this mean that the girl who was trying to hit on Mutsumune in the beginning of episodes of Mayoiga, is she actually afraid of a giant Mutsumune? In this case, she is afraid of Mutsumune if he was taller. So, Honestly, these fears are fucking dumb. So yeah, this is pretty much what we see in this episode. We get some freaky, weird shit, and we get some sort of cool backstories, but not really, because these backstories don't really make me personally, you know, feel for these characters in any way. Because like I said before, in episode 1, they tried to, you know, bring about 30 characters within the series and wanting the audience to, you know, care for these characters and remember their names. However, you know, if I can't, you know, care for these characters in the first place, how am I going to care what happens to them later down the line? And it seems that in the next episode or so, you know, we are going to see, you know, several characters ended up getting picking off one by one. So yeah, with this episode I have mixed opinions. I gave a little mini rant in the beginning of this review, and I don't know. I don't really know how I felt about this episode. I guess since I sort of liked it, I would give it like a 5 out of 10. That about does it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you thought about this episode of Mayoiga and the weird wackiness that it contained. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like. It's always greatly appreciated. And if you want to stick up to date to my future content on this channel, please hit that red subscribe button below, and you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys. Love you all, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.